U.S. Navy and Iranian forces exchanged fire after two merchant vessels, MT Stolt Valor of Hong Kong and MV Harpa of the UK, experienced explosions while traveling the narrow eastward shipping lane near Greater Tunb in the Persian Gulf. The Harpa exploded first, suffering major damage and catching fire, followed a quarter of an hour later by Stolt Valor experiencing a similar explosion and subsequent secondary explosions from its cargo of petrochemicals. There has been one reported injury from the Harpa, and all 7 crew of the Stolt Valor are presumed dead. U.S. Navy FA-18s and a CH-60 helicopter were fired on by Iranian surface-to-air missile sites located at the nearby island of Greater Tunb. An Iranian F-4 fighter aircraft was shot down as the U.S. fighters attempted to leave the area. Iran has condemned the engagement and has scoffed at the suggestion that the two ships had hit naval mines placed in the shipping channel by Iran in an attempt to close the important shipping lane, as tensions between Tehran and the U.S. and its allies in the region intensify over nuclear inspections and a counterinsurgency in Oman. After the engagement, U.S. forces backed off, and Iran allowed UAE Coast Guard to assist in rescuing sailors aboard the stricken MV Harpa.
Two from lead, another on-call cast tonight. You know the drill. Join at waypoint 1, text code waypoint 2, station at Crossroad. GCI tonight will be focused, and we'll be looking for a possible SA-8, and maybe even getting some VIP targets from the spooks and their satellites.
Okay, some surface to air and maybe some man in black. 2 copies.
Welcome aboard the USS John C. Stennis and my FA-18 once again. Just about to taxi here and hook up to Cat 2 and launch. You heard the mission description today. It's on-call CAS again, except this time in the dark. And my chocks are still set. Oops!
Chief, remove the wheel chocks.
So, exact same profile as mission 2. We hit the tanker at waypoint 2 and head to Crossroads, which is at waypoint 3, and sort of wait from there for our on-call CAS calls. Yeah, that was a pretty good eyeballing of the taxi. And you can see our armament there, 3 Mavericks, a Harm, and a targeting pod on the center line. No external tank tonight, so we're on internal fuel, which is a bit troubling. Might be sending my wingman home early, so he doesn't end up ejecting again. And we should be good to go. Trim is at 17. Bugger off. 17%. Sorry, that was a phone thing. Yeah, trim's at 17, not percent, degrees. Is it degrees? 17. Whatever it is. And launch bar is down, anti-skids off, hook bypass, carrier. I think we're good. Pour on the coals. And right into the inky blackness, so let's be very careful not to hit the sea. Gear up, flaps up. Level off, out of burner. Try for 500 feet. Let's see, were there any mission-related items I didn't cover? Guess I'll queue up my... Whoops, no, I didn't mean designate. Queue up my waypoint sequence. Oh, well, actually, waypoint 1's that way. Noted. I will actually turn in that direction then. And throttle back a little bit so wingmen can catch up. Not worried about him burning fuel early on because we've still got tanking to do yet, but I think that's about all there is to it for this mission, so I might just have us be on our way and come back when we're meeting up with the tanker. Alright, cleared contact, just coming into the tanker here with its lights really blooming out my NVGs, but can't see quite enough without them, I don't think. Ooh. See, yeah, I don't think I'd be able to see the basket without them. kind of running up on it a little close there. And I'm squeezing the juice out of the stick a little more than I should be. Just relax. Reference the tanker. We good. And just arrest that speed a little bit. Yeah, that'll be to let them know when tanking's done. Jeez, I should have turned up the gain on these NVGs a little bit more.
Contact.
There we go. Contact.
You're taking fuel.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Don't drop off behind it. Ah! Whoops. Oh. Ah. Okay, ease her back, fall off a little bit. And while I'm at it, tell my wingman to hit the tanker as well.
Flight, get the tanker.
Yeah.
Roger.
Having my wingman refuel second so that he'll have more fuel than me seems to be prudent. Okay, 221, 222 knots. Oh bugger, she's turning. Haven't had this much trouble with tanking before in this campaign, but I haven't had to do it in the dark yet. Other than obviously the time when I played this campaign before. This will not be our only night tanking, by the way. So I'd best get reacquainted with it. Ooh, left, 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 left. Come on.
Contact.
There we go.
You're taking fuel.
Yeah. And just clear that menu away. Push in a little closer to the tanker so we have a little leeway on the hose. And not too close, not too close. Ah, there we go. Taking plenty of fuel. Yeah, we'll be full in a matter of seconds here. Because we're just on internal fuel and we haven't burned that much. Which is good because I don't know which basket my wingman's going to go for. And hopefully he doesn't fly right up my butt. But it'll probably take him until I'm done to actually get in position, so. Because they like to drop a long way back behind the tanker and just creep up.
Complete.
There we go.
Disconnect.
Put our knob away and I'll move over to the... Ah, see what I mean? There he is. I'll just drop down and move over to the right-hand observation position. Which one is he going for anyway? Oh, I think that's the right hose. Well, that wouldn't have been a problem anyway. Well, how much can I see with NVGs off? Enough. Alright then, I'll just hang out till he's done refueling, and then we'll head to waypoint 3. Alright, that's 2 done tanking, so he'll be rejoining. I've already called up waypoint 3, so we can head straight there. Also going to go ahead and fence in, so we'll set up air-to-ground mode and spin up those Mavericks so that they're ready. Give me back my FPAS page, though. I want to know what speed to take here. Just make sure we're well out of the way of the tanker. And also shut my lights off, because we're heading into combat here. And yeah, there's waypoint 3, not too far away. And I'll get in contact with Focus, which is on channel 3. And report that fueling's complete.
Focus, Colt 8-1, refuel complete.
Colt 8-1, track direct to Crossroads, orbit on station at flight level 200 and await further tasking.
Roger.
Colt 8-1, direct Crossroads, orbit 200.
And there's our best range speed, so we'll maintain that on the way over to Crossroads. What's our heading? 331. Near enough as makes no difference. There we go. I'll whack in the autopilot. I flicked the targeting pod to standby while we were still on the way here. Wingman, wingman, wingman. Was he smart enough to turn his lights off too, or is he still joining up? No, he did not. Can I tell him to do that? I don't think I can. No. We'll tell him to spread out the formation, though.
Flight,
Yeah.
go spread 4.
Because it's sort of loose deuce, as they say. Formation is probably ideal for nighttime, where it's like just stay within a mile of me and do whatever, because parade formations in the dark with no lights on are probably not the best idea. We're pretty close to waypoint 3. The tanker kind of left us in a good spot. I'm actually going to bring up my HSI over here and be ready to whack in any new waypoints. Sequence UFC. I'll go ahead and insert a waypoint 4.
Cold 8-1 on station at Crossroads at Angels 20.
Yar yar. We get any words right away? No? Can see a lot down there. Maybe there's a moon tonight? Wow. Actually don't see the moon. How can I see so much then? I don't know. Probably be using MVGs a decent bit this evening anyway, but let's get set up in an orbit around this waypoint. See if we're not going to be getting words right away, and climb a little bit. And what's max E at this altitude? Mach 0.51 thereabouts. Okay, I'll do that or 250 knots, whichever is faster.
Contact bearing 04942.7.
Interesting. Probably an Iranian cap aircraft. They could be that close, because the airspace boundary is not that far away.
Contact bearing 050.425.
Yeah, not terribly surprised. And stay within 5 miles. There we go. It's pretty much off our beam now, right? Yeah. Can roll out slightly, and I'll do a barometric altitude hold, and whack in the auto throttle again to maintain this speed. And that should keep us within 5 miles of the steer point. We'll just keep an eye on that zoomed in. Might actually be turning a little tightly. I can ease that out a little bit manually.
Colt 8-1, focus, stand
There we
by
go.
words.
Get my scribbly paper ready,
Cold 8-1.
and call up waypoint 4 to be ready to modify it. I'm ready. Well, we're waiting.
Colt 8-1, possible enemy submarine spotted
Oh my.
at north, 255020, east 562152. Approach at Angels 20, use your lightning pod optics to positively identify the target and report back.
Roger that.
Cold
North.
8-1, possible enemy vessel at north 255020, east 562152. Use optics for ID and report.
Roger, roger. Alright. In that case, I will, I've got waypoint 4 called up. We'll head that way in just a second, and I'll get my targeting pod ready. New radio item, that should be when we have eyes on, right? Oh no, that's just to repeat the coordinates. That won't be necessary because I write them down. And also, I've been playing through Operation Piercing Fury, where if you don't get them down the first time, it's like tough cookies. Fantastic campaign, by the way, which I highly recommend, and it was recently released for free, so highly recommended. That's for the A10. I could do a playthrough of it on the channel someday. Might actually. I've been really, really enjoying it so far. Anyway. Still a decent ways out. I'll get us knocked up to 20,000 feet. I'll still keep my speed lowish towards max E rather than max range. Gives us more time to ID that target while still saving some fuel. And there's 20,000. Do altitude hold and heading 049. That'll do. And 250 knots, so we're near enough. We'll whack the targeting pod on and see what we can see. Don't see anything. Don't slave to the velocity vector. Hang on. Give me my essay page so I can verify that it's slaved to that waypoint, because I'm not going to be able to see very much here, am I? Yeah, should be. CCD, we're not going to see anything. Put it in FLIR. Oh boy. FLIR. There we go. Ground stabilize that with an area track. Point track, none. Okay, there we go. That'll do. What are we looking at, by the way? Waypoint 4, the center thereof. Looking for a submarine in Zavata. Well, I don't see one yet. How about over here? Not really. I'll keep looking along that coastline. We are still kind of far away. 15 miles. Well, we should be able to see something that big by now. Autofocus, please. If I put it exactly to waypoint 4, that should be in this little cove here where it's alleged to be... Oh, wait a minute. That could be something. Oh my. That is a Kilo class submarine. Okay, let's grab a point track on that. Yeah, that's eyes on. Okay, and can I report that? Or do we just get it through when we're in range? Only 10 miles out. I'm gonna go into a bit of an orbit here. We'll keep our distance. No need to get ourselves detected. Words that I have trouble with. Leave auto throttle on. We'll stay at max E. Oh.
Focus Colt 8-1 have positive ID on Kilo class submarine, as well as several vehicles and at least 2 small boats.
Colt 8-1, focus, establish orbit. Uzi flight, 2x AH-64s are inbound. You're to engage the Kilo with AGM-65 Foxtrot when Uzi radios IP inbound. Then provide cover for Uzi while they mop up the contacts on the beach.
Colt 8-1, engage with AGM-65 Foxtrot when Uzi is IP inbound.
Alright then, we'll just wait a minute, I guess. I'll get my Mavericks ready. We'll put them in ship mode so it'll impact the waterline. Probably want to do the wide FOV here. Instant fuse should be fine. Stay at 20,000 feet in orbit and not get too close so that we can run in. And we wait until the Apaches call IP freely, IP inbound. We'll just hold for now. Let's have a look at that thing. Kilo class. That is the NATO reporting name, which since we're flying a US aircraft is what we'd be using, I guess. But diesel electric submarine of Soviet origin, quiet as a tomb, generally, is their reputation. Operated by a number of was exported to a number of countries, including Iran. I believe they're also operated by India and a handful of others. I think Algeria even has some. So there's that. And presumably this one is doing some sneaky resupply to the insurgents in the nighttime, which would seem to be pretty concrete evidence of direct Iranian support for them. So, more escalation. Oh boy. Flying pretty much directly away from it right now. You'll notice there's no north arrow on the targeting pod. I haven't updated to the latest version of DCS yet. I'll probably be doing that pretty soon though, because it added a lot of features to the F-16 targeting pod, which would be nice because that has been extremely bare bones up until now, and things like the cursor zero, super helpful. I play a fair bit of Falcon BMS, so the features missing from the DCS F-16 are really bloody obvious at times. I might have I've included the targeting pod there, so I might lose my point track. Well, we can reacquire that if we need to. As we turn back in. Don't want to be much more than 10 miles, but not less than, say, 5 miles, so I can get a good solution with the...
Uzi, 1-1 is 3 minutes to IP.
Oh, okay. I can time this out pretty well then, can't I? If I do a sort of 3/4 of the way around to the left here, that should get us set up in a pretty good position, I think, for Maverick launch when they call IP inbound. Yeah, that should be fine. It actually kept the position of that submarine, which is good. Our targeting pod is nice and well calibrated. Unknown contact on the data link. Not really my concern right now, he says. Could be important. Still at max E. Trying not to burn any more fuel than we absolutely have to. That being said, is my wingman doing anything stupid like lighting his burners? No. I'll actually level off here. I should have started a stopwatch somewhere when they called 3 minutes. That would have been vaguely helpful. Oh well. See, I want to be pointed at the broadside of that submarine, just to give my Maverick the biggest target possible. And also, if we can blow a huge hole in the hull amidships, it'll definitely kill it. I'm not concerned about a Maverick being enough to destroy this. I think the AGM-65F has something like a 300 or 400 pound warhead. So, yeah. Because it's something of a dedicated anti-ship variant.
Focus. Uzi,
Oh.
1-1 is 1 minute to IP.
1 minute to IP, eh? I will still do a bit of a zigzag and then turn in. And I'm going to shut the auto throttle off in case we start taking fire of any kind, and I can react quickly and also just have a little more speed. I'll do one more sort of slalom over to this side and then we'll turn in and fire that Maverick from decent-ish range. 8.7, that's almost a little close. Level off here for now. And make sure we'll redesignate that target so that the Maverick will uncage and slew over to it right away. In which my Maverick seems to be a little greened out here. Should be fine though. Okay, that minute's got to be almost elapsed. I'm going to turn in and lock up the Maverick. There we go.
Uzi, 1-1. We are IP inbound.
Uzi 11's IP inbound, okay. And there's our target. We will... just a little bit of laggy lag there. We'll redesignate it and then uncage the Maverick. And Maverick is locked and in range. I'll give that a few more seconds and rifle. There we go. And break away. Get back up to 20,000 and watch the fireworks. It was that bay down there. I'll just trim my airplane quickly here. And in she goes. And there she goes.
Focus, Colt 8-1, rounds on kilo.
Colt 8-1, copy. We're detecting an enemy SA-8 coming online somewhere in your area.
Oh dear.
Provide seed until Uzi 11's clear.
Okay.
Real code.
I'll whack my T-pod back to standby and pull up my electronic warfare page. Do we have an SA-8 spike at all? Maybe. It's kind of hard to tell with them clumped like that. I think these will all be American Patriot sites over on the coast there. Yeah. Although I see... Nah. Oh, there's an SA-8 spike. Over there. Okay. In that case... I guess I'll maybe try and provoke it into locking me and then fire my harm in self-protect mode. Oh, there it is. Should be good enough. Come on. See if I can provoke it just a little bit more. Okay, that should be strong enough. Magnum SA-8. Oh, shit, they fired. Chaff's out. Where's the missile? There it is! Pull, 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 pull! I think I saw an explosion there. Oh god. Why is my harm flying off? Is that gonna go and schwack one of our Patriot sites? Damn it! Ah, that's a bit of a problem. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, climb back up. Crap in a bucket. Now I'm gonna have to use my Mavericks for this, and I'm gonna have to acquire it visually. Bugger. Maybe whatever I fired this at will be out of range and it'll just self-destruct. Yeah, it's losing speed. It'll just go... Hopefully. Yeah, the SA-8 site is not destroyed. Okay, I'll call up my EW page here, targeting pod here, and I'll maybe snowplow it and see what I can spot. Leave it to me to screw up something simple. Actually, we'll do a velocity vector slave on the targeting pod, I think. If I can figure out how to do that. Undesignate. There we go. There. We got an SA-8 spike again. Wingman. Just anchor here. I don't need you flying into that again. Oh, there's our SA-8. Get my goggles on and look for the launch. Come on, shoot me. Should be a nice bright flash when it launches. Oh, launch, where? I don't see it. Well, I gotta go defensive. Damn it! Looking around. There's the missile. Where'd it come from? Down there on that peak. Don't lose sight of that. We'll come back around and try and designate it in the HUD. With the velocity vector slave. Yes, I know. There somewhere. Okay, we'll head away, get some altitude, and see what we can spot. It's not shooting me yet or anything, is it? Okay, zoom right out on that targeting pod and have a look around. There it is! Okay. Yeah, there it is. That's our SA-8. Area clear. Uzi's RTB. That's great. I'm actually going to send my wingman to the tanker. He probably doesn't have much fuel left by now. Flight. Tanker.
Get the tanker.
Okay, I'll get a little bit of distance and then crank around and shoot a Maverick at that. Which we'll get that ready. Not in ship mode. Narrow FOV probably. Alright, level off. Wait until we're about 10 miles away, then I'll turn back in. Oh, and did... Okay. My harm is gonna be... harmless! Ah! God. Just... Oh, never mind. Alright, cranking back around. Let's put an end to this nonsense. And there's our target. Let's grab a point track on it, redesignate, and uncage the Maverick. Over to it, and come on, Maverick. Can't see a bloody thing through the nav here. Cage, uncage. Come on, lock. There we go. And turn cold. Or at least beam it and watch the fireworks. Maverick running hot, straight, and normal. He's two lighting his burners, heading back to the tanker. No, he's being efficient. Okay. Kind of a bit of a pretty standoffy range Maverick shot, but good. As far as I'm concerned. And over it goes. Oops. Ooh, I've lost the view in the targeting pod. I want to see the fireworks, damn it. There. And any second now, folks. Shack! Okie dokie. And that's our SA-8 destroyed. Wasn't paying attention to the radio earlier. I'm guessing we're still not cleared to RTB, eh?
Focus, Colt 8-1, 1 SA-8 destroyed.
Maybe about to find out.
Good work, Colt 8-1.
Ah, there we
Cleared
go.
to RTB.
Cleared RTB, and Wingman can probably RTB as well. I hope he can make it. Which might be a mistake, but whatever. Maverick will shut those off and fence out. Call up, waypoint. I guess I can head straight for the carrier. 37, not air to air. Targeting pod can go to standby. And I can probably deal with the dull business of heading home and come back when we are inbound for landing.
Marshall 042, marking moms 072, 450, Angels 32, holding hands with 010, low state 5.8.
042, Courage Marshall, Pace 3 recovery, CD1 approach, expect final bearing 49er, altimeter is 29093, 042, Marshall Motors, 229er, radio, 22, DME Angels, 7, expected approach time is 46.
042, Marshall on the 229er, 22, DME, Angels 7, expected approach time is 46.
042, read back correct.
042, commencing, state 4.2, altimeter 29.93.
042, radar contact 21 miles, expect final bearing 49er. 042, switch approach.
042. 042, platform. 042, roger.
Okay, I've kind of been jump cutting through the case 3, but I'm going to come back in now because it's about time to get on speed. Because we're 6 miles out.
ACLS lock on, 6 miles, St. Needles. 042, up and on. 042, concur, fly mode 2.
Bit of a stretch. Don't let that altitude, don't let her climb. Don't need to get on speed by 3 miles and still be level. But yeah, as I was saying before I was interrupted, coming back in for the approach now because we start down from 1,200 feet from platform at about 3 miles. I'm making a mess of this. Come on, level off. Well, I guess we can lose a little altitude because we're high. And get on speed. There we go. And now 4 miles. I'm still not as practiced with my case 3 as I should be. I don't actually remember what I'm supposed to say check in. I'm going to say it at 3 miles though. I think. Unless I was supposed to already. I probably was. And yeah, there's the glide slope. So as we intercept that, we'll start down. I need some aileron trim. We've got one Maverick still on board, so we're asymmetric again. Actually slightly left on the localizer there. Just coming up on the glide slope. More trim. Home fuel. You know, I'm not too worried about making it home with the fuel I have. I just have a hunch. I'll double check that my hook is down though. Is it asking me to...
042, checking in, 3 miles.
Hey, that was when I was supposed to say that. Ah.
042, approach, final bearing, 49er.
Yeah, I've already got that queued up, so that's no big deal.
042.
God, that AOA indexer's bright. I should probably actually turn down my HUD brightness a little bit so I can see the actual ship a little better. Bring her back, bring her back. And I guess the only remaining radio call is to call the ball, and that's not available yet. It's supposed to be at 3/4 of a mile. I tend to call it slightly early just so that I don't have to take my hand off the throttle any later than that. Okay, on localizer, on glide slope for the time being. So that's all good. Ooh, little drifting high there. Must resist the urge to correct with the stick. This all needs to be done with throttle and trim. Except for the roll, obviously. Little high.
On course, 3/4 of a mile, call the ball. 042, Hornet ball, 3.6.
Ah, yeah, fly the ball. And the ball says we're high. I'm really a little above the glide slope. Oh, now I'm drifting low though. Ah, bring her over, bring her over. Bugger, we're high. We're gonna be high anyway. And getting to the far end. I thought that was gonna be a bolter for a second. Yeah, that was a really quite ungraceful one wire. Oh well, we trapped aboard. Even though the Airbus probably wants a word. Wingman is still marshalling, by the way, last I checked, but he didn't eject. And I'll just fold up my wings, then I'll probably forego the shutdown again. Oh yeah, flaps need to come up for that. And yeah, that's been mission 4 of Exigent Riviera. Some more escalation. We'll see if the Iranians will admit that their submarine was skulking around in order to give us crap for sinking it, and what terrible, terrible things might happen as a result of all this in the next mission. Until then, thanks very much for watching, and toodles.